When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, January 19th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current time and location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I'm a Pillai-centered teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer, and I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said that the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. In doing this puja, we are connecting with those light beings and inviting their light and blessings to flow into our lives and into our world. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate having this little prayer group to do the puja with each day. I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. Each of the little 12 boxes that you see on the screen is a particular zodiac sign. I've drawn the chart in chalk on a little blackboard on a side table, and that's where I will be performing the puja. To do the puja, I'm using some water. I'm using a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a little apple, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. We start the puja with the water. I dip the right hand into the water and sprinkle a few drops of water on each side of the blackboard to purify the space for the puja. I put a few drops of water on top of myself to symbolically purify me, and I'm sending a few drops of water out into space to symbolically purify all of you, whether you're watching it live or later on a replay. Next, I invoke Ganesha, the archetype who helps to remove obstacles and is a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and we ask him to remove obstacles in the lives of all of you, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. I ask Ganesha to remove obstacles for all of you, now and always, and we thank him for his help with this. Now we do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank St. Yanasamundar for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we honor the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that rules the day. Today is Jupiter's day. This is Thursday, and Jupiter rules Thursday. I'm going to put the flower petals on top of Jupiter on the chart, on the blackboard. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we honor the star that the moon is in at the moment. The moment the moon is in the star of Mula, I put the flower petals on top of the moon on my blackboard chart. Om Mulaye Namaha. Om Mulaye Namaha. Om Mulaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase that's active in my area. Today, it's the 13th waning moon, called Trayodasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on top of the moon on the blackboard. Om Trayodasi Devye Damaha. Om Trayodasi Devye Namaha. Om Trayodasi Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour in my local area. Right now, that planet is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on my blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we acknowledge the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now in my area is one called Dhruva, which has energies that are reliable. Dhruva, Dhruva, Dhruva. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Taitula, which has energies that are steady. Taitula, Taitula, Taitula. Now we're going to start to work with the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said we would start with looking at whatever sign is the ascendant sign, which today is represented here with the letters AC on your screen. And this is in the sign of Capricorn or Makara. He said we would honor the planet that is ruling the ascendant sign as a place to start, as a gesture of its importance at the moment. The planet that rules Capricorn is Saturn. I'm going to put the flower petals on Saturn on my blackboard. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now, starting with the ascendant sign, we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction, honoring the planets, the stars they're in, the archetypes that rule those stars, the planets that rule those stars, and the planets that rule the zodiac signs that they're in. Today in Capricorn, we have Pluto, we have the Sun, and we also have Venus. Pluto and the Sun are in the same star, so we're going to invoke both those planets before we invoke the star. I start with Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Next, we honor the Sun for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on the Sun on my blackboard chart. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now, we honor the star that Pluto and the sun are both in. This is a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give blessings for long-lasting success. I put the flower petals across Pluto and the sun on my blackboard chart. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I place the flower petals across Pluto and the sun on my blackboard chart. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor Venus for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on Venus on my blackboard chart. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for prosperity, music, and good reputation. I put the flower petals on Venus on my blackboard chart. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. We ask for blessings from all 8 of them, and I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Dhanishta star, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on my blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that can help with rationality and science, and the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and our self-confidence, and Venus, a planet that helps with happiness, joy, material plane comforts, arts, and love and beauty. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign, going in a clockwise direction around the chart, that has planets in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today has Saturn and Neptune. We start with honoring Saturn. I put flower petals on him on my blackboard chart. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in the star Dhanishta. I put the flower petals on top of Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus. We ask for blessings from all 8 of them, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasisye Namaha. Om Vasisye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on my blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor Neptune for being in Aquarius. I put the flower petals on Neptune on the blackboard chart. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purva Bhadrapada. This is a star that can give blessings for work, charity, and purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune on my blackboard. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. We ask for his blessings, and I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter on my blackboard. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn on the blackboard. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, a zodiac sign that's humanitarian and has energies to help us be of service to others. Today, containing Saturn, planet of patience, structure, and compassion, and Neptune, planet that helps us with our intuition and helps us to understand our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter. We honor Jupiter, and I put the flower petals on him on my blackboard. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this star can give us blessings for business development. We ask this star to help all of us with business development and to help businesses on this planet to be conducted with integrity, fairness, and to be offering good services and products that are helpful to humanity. I put the flower petals on top of Jupiter on my blackboard. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by an archetype called Ayurbundya. Among other things, he can help to guard treasures and valuables. We ask him to guard our treasures and valuables, including the valuable that is the earth itself. I put the flower petals on Jupiter on my blackboard. Om Ayurbundyaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundyaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundyaye Namaha. Now We honor the planet that rules Uttara Bhadrapada, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn on the blackboard. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter on my blackboard. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, a zodiac sign with energies that are transcendental, metaphysical, today containing Jupiter, the planet that helps with everything related to spirituality, and also a planet that helps with things related to legal or banking matters. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi, or sign with the planet in it, is Mesha, or Aries, which today contains Rahu and also Uranus, who is retrograde. Both of them are in the same star, so we're going to invoke both of them before we invoke the star. I start with Rahu and put the flower petals on him on my blackboard. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus, who is retrograde and extra powerful. I put the flower petals on Uranus on my blackboard chart. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Rahu and Uranus are both in a star called Bharani, a star symbolized as the yoni, a symbol that represents the female private parts. This is a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti, or power, or energy. I put the flower petals across Rahu and Uranus on my blackboard chart. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype who helps with justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus on my blackboard chart. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on my blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Mesha, or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Rahu, a planet that can help us to think outside the box, and Uranus, a planet that can help with astrology and help with success in life and higher intelligence. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi, or planet with the next Rasi, or sign with the planet in it, is Vrishabha, or Taurus, which today contains Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on my blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Rohini, a star of beauty, prosperity, creativity. I put the flower petals on Mars on my blackboard chart. Om Rohini He Namaha. Om Rohini He Namaha. Om Rohini He Namaha. Rohini star is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creation and creativity. He is the consort of Saraswati. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Rohini star, which is the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon on my blackboard chart. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus on my blackboard chart. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies, today containing Mars, a planet that likes to take practical action to solve the problems that can be solved. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu on my blackboard chart. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Swati can give us blessings for independence. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype who rules the wind and the air element. And also Vayu is the father of Hanuman. I put the flower petals on Ketu on my blackboard chart. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu on my blackboard chart. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus on my blackboard chart. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies for balance, fairness, and harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Danas or Sagittarius, which today contains the moon and also Mercury. We start with honoring the moon, and I put the flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Mula, a star symbolized as tied up roots. This helps the essence of the herb to go down into the leaves when we tie them up and hang them up by their roots. Mula is a star that's aligned with our own center of our galactic system. And it's a star that helps us with foundational energies to help us to get things on a good foundation in our life. I put the flower petals on top of the moon on my blackboard. Om Mulaye Namaha. Om Mulaye Namaha. Om Mulaye Namaha. Mula is ruled by a goddess called Niriti. She helps with transformational change. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Niritye Namaha. Om Niritye Namaha. Om Niritye Namaha. Mula is ruled by Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu on my blackboard. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Next, we honor Mercury for being in Sagittarius. I put the flower petals on Mercury on my blackboard chart. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Mercury is in a star called Purva Ashada. This is a star that can give us blessings to have the discernment to know what is right for us and what is wrong for us. I put the flower petals on Mercury on my blackboard chart. Om Purva Ashadaye Namaha. Om Purva Ashadaye Namaha. Om Purva Ashadaye Namaha. Purva Ashada star is ruled by Apis, a goddess who's a deified form of water and gives blessings for purification. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Purva Ashada star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus on my blackboard chart. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Sagittarius, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter on my blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Danas or Sagittarius, the most noble-minded and idealistic of all the zodiac signs, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, and Mercury, planet of communication, planet of business, and also planet that helps with our sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle it around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light and fire to all of the divine beings that we have just invoked. Now, I light an incense stick to offer the element of air and a sweet fragrance. And I offer that around the chart in the air 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the air element. Now I'm going to ring a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I take an apple to represent the earth element as a piece of fruit, and I circle that above the chart 3 times, in a clockwise direction, offering this to all of the archetypes as well. Later, I will eat it as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Now, I make prayer hands and make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us, our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do some short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. If you have questions, you're welcome to post them in the chat, and I will do my best to try to answer them. I see Soon expressing gratitude to the planets. Lovely. I see people exchanging greetings to each other. I'm grateful to all of you for being here, whether you post in the chat or not. Your presence in this little prayer group is very appreciated and helps all of us to have more energy in the puja, as it creates a group consciousness, which helps all of us to go a bit deeper with our prayers and with the puja. So checking the chat to see if there's any questions today. It's okay if there aren't questions. We don't have to have them every day, but I do have a little time today to answer questions if you have them. And I have the date for the February free Fire Lab, if you want to put that on your calendar. I don't think they have the link made yet. They have one free Fire Lab each month. The free one for February is going to be on February 22nd, which is Ash Wednesday in North America. It's also a fourth moon, and it will be sacred to Ganesha. So we'll do some prayers to Ganesha at that fire lab. That will be on Pillai Center Practice channel at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And after they make the link for it, I'll put the link in the chat so you can bookmark that for the Free Fire Lab for February. Okay. Let's see. In my area, it's 13th waning moon, which means that sunset, an hour and a half before sunset today in my area is a good time to do pradosham rituals and do things for karma removal. On Saturday, it will be the new moon, Thai Amavasya, which is a very special new moon for propitiating the ancestors. All the new moons are good for us to honor the ancestors and do some tarpanam for them during daylight hours only. But there are 3 new moons each year, which are the most powerful ones. And this is the first one of those 3 in 2023, the Thai Amavasya new moon, which will be on Saturday in North America. And again, Dr. Pillai has asked that we do tarpanam rituals for ancestors only during daylight hours in your particular local area, meaning between sunrise and sunset. Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and close our session for today, as I don't see any questions being posted. And I will see you again tomorrow. The light in me honors the light in all of you. You have to be older souls to keep coming to this kind of a puja. It's a more advanced form of puja. It's in depth. So I truly do honor all of you that keep coming. Namaste. May the light encompass all.